Hello, greetings. This is Gilles Monsieur. I wanted to come and say hello. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I'm still called to come back and continue to anchor those new energies, to anchor my energy, to anchor those ideas. For those who are interested, I'm here to offer support, guidance, inspiration on this great shift of consciousness, from moving from illusion into reality, from fear into love, from mortal consciousness to immortal beingness. So for we are eternal beings in truth, and we want to reconnect to that soul frequency, and so we are here to help and assist each other in that process. And so I wanted to explain, to offer certain ideas, to those concept ideas that I'm offering, and then see what works for you, is to understand that when you show a painting, it is much easier to sell a painting when it's beautifully framed. You can sell it for about twice the price when it's framed as when it is non-framed. As an art professional, this is my experience. But in essence, the painting is more important than the frame. I'm not talking about great master. I'm talking about just a basic art, basic contemporary art. To be well framed, paperworks mostly, but understanding this physical body and all the circumstances of our life, it's just the frame of who we are. For we are a great masterpiece. You are a great masterpiece inside, but life people look at you only with the frame, and so do not let the frame can be changed. When the masterpiece of who you are cannot be changed, it is growing and evolving, and it is changing all the time, but it will always be a masterpiece. It always has been, no matter what our self-judgment may be. And understanding also this body is like the physical body is like a biological clothing. What we think condition how we what is being projected into the world. But our soul has a whole wardrobe of feeling and emotion and thought. So as we want to change, we want to uplift our thought patterns in order to change the manifestation that we can project into the world. For we've had many incarnations, and so we want to draw in all those energies. First it is unconscious, but then slowly but surely this akash, these memories will come in so they can be integrated. And as we change our mind, it is the whole life of experience change. We have to plan for miracles. We have to plan for joy and freedom. We have to stay focused. For today is a great shift of energy for me. I'm getting ready I sense that the doors is opening, that my hour has come, and it is now, it is happening. So I have to not allow myself to be distracted by the Earth's plane parameters and all those things about the program of the Earth, because I know that everything is changing. For the soul the soul and the spirit will always project the highest vision, the highest truth, the highest good. But it is the ego that's always like, so we want to stop complaining, let go of all the ego stuff, and focus on your God self, on your I am presence, and your soul and spirit is trying to communicate to you from the inner plane or through the mirror of life. When we feel sadness, we feel hurt, we feel fear, we feel disappointment, the Archangel Gabriel was reminding us that it is good to be able to identify those feelings, not to bury them. So as we identify, we are able to clear it up. And it gets easier to release them. If we need, we can do that by ourselves. But then, if we need, we can always call on the archangels, call on the angels, call on our guides, call on the ascended master to assist us with that. For they're always available. We have to have enough presence and understanding to know that. For now, we are growing up. We are maturing into this understanding. If you're listening to this video, you are a master in the making. You are preparing for your mastery. I find the tea that I really like. It's Earl Grey. I'm drinking Earl Grey in the morning and green tea in the afternoon. I'm drinking a lot of tea to cleanse. I wanted to say that it's very important to discern in channel messages. Some channel messages are some of them are very polarized. There's a lot of negative energy in them, although there is light coming in. For God is very tolerant and allows all kinds of things, and some of them are full with spiritual ego stuff, and so they tell you, well, it is the channeler is everything and you are nothing. So it's like, you are nothing, and just send us your money. If you send us your money, you'll be safe. If you don't send us your money, you'll go to hell. You'll be damned. So you have to do. So it takes a lot of discernment. It's not about judgment, but listen only to those clear messages, those channels that you know are completely clear. They're completely removed from ego stuff. And I've always used this. I've had some problems sleeping for the past couple of months, for 2 months, and now I'm returning to a normal sleep patterns. But the physical body has to reintegrate this. It needs to catch up on all the sleep. And in every morning, I'm getting messages from my I Am Presence every morning, very important messages. And the other day I had nothing, no message. I was like, "Ooh, what's going on? Where are you?" It's like I was completely lost. And it's like I just realized it was just a test to see what. Well, it was like now it's like, well, so it is okay to be in silence, but in the morning a good thing to say. The first thing that comes up in the morning that could be, how may I serve today? What can I do? What's the most important thing for me what should be my focal point today? What's the most important thing today? So it is important to set the intention early in the morning, to do a meditation, or for everything was ready for the ascension on the December 21st, 2012. Everything was set, and it happens. I saw it. The great central sun, the great sphere of divine white light was there, and my consciousness ascended. I saw the world of cause. I saw everything. They showed me some amazing thing, and it has happened, but the humanity was not ready. And so my physical body, I was with some friends, we did some big parties, champagne and like all kinds of like parties, and so to celebrate that. And so my physical body wasn't quite ready, so I was trapped a little bit. I couldn't move beyond through the portal, but in essence, to have passed that 2012 mark was very, very essential, because we are moved into this new age now. It is no longer possible for self-destruction of the planet, although there is still dark programs that are going on. It is supervised by spirit, and so it is now. It is nobody was ready in essence. So we were giving this extension. God has given us this extension. We should have even done it by the 2000 mark, but we were not ready. For we incarnated here, we thought everything was going to be easy, and then we get trapped into this world, and this world of feeling and pain and fear and complete manipulation, this Orwellian program that we live in. And so it is sometimes I feel like I have to apologize to God, say, well, it is not me. Just to be incarnated in a body makes me feel like I have those cravings, I have those energies, I have I have this past. God has created me like that to react in a certain way, but that makes me, when you realize that, you become sincere, because in a sense you know that everything you are was created by God, although you had the ego has a lot to do with what is going on in our life. Our own consciousness down here has a lot to do with everything that happens in life, or we make our own choice, and God follows whatever. But as we move into the reconnection with I Am Presence, we have to ask God to say, well, God understands those things, and so sometimes I feel like it is not me. Whatever problems I may have in this life, it is not me. It is because of my physical body, the physicalness of myself. And this physicalness is not me. I cannot no longer recognize myself as a human being. I am God. I am the divine essence, source, spirit. And it is something you have to recognize also. It is understand you are God. You are the truth. You are the source. And you have to make up the connection with your I Am it is your I Am Presence, your true self, and to make connection with your human self. Once you recognize yourself as God, but you have to adapt to your human self, which is not you, but is part of you, then the process gets a lot easier. So becoming one with this human aspect as God. And with God, anything is possible. For it don't look like much, but I know this I Am Presence is coming up a lot, more and more each and every day. And very soon there's going to be a lot of, going to be able to act in according to law, to express this divine law in order to make things right. And so it is the I Am Presence that emerging within the heart of all the beings that are within the awakening and the enlightenment. It can be the divine mother, the divine father, it can be the one, it can be all kinds of aspects of divinity, it can be archangels, ascended master, that we become attuned to, and we're regaining all kinds of power. And from this seat of power, we'll be able to act and assist the whole humanity in their evolution towards something that is wanted and harmonious for all. For there is still a great deal of chaos on the political scene. I will not comment yet, but there is all those countries that are being tested. There's like all those countries that are trying to create a puppet government in Venezuela to steal the resources of Venezuela. Of course, the leadership there is not it may not be qualified, but it's a democratic system. And then there is a country that respects the democratic system. In many sense, it's all about business, but there are some that are God only knows. But there is all kinds of tests of who. Because God has let us free to act, but then the responsibility will be reflected. Everything we do will be reflected by life, and all control, all powers are illusion. It is only God that has the power, the life, the eternal life of Source that assume the responsibility of all our actions. And so there is a great deal of dark and light that are being played. We want to remain neutral. We want to be forgiving. We want to be accepting no matter what. If the good guys, the bad guys, those who are acting, no matter what they're doing, it's like they're just fulfilling a role that they actually. They have to assume the role because they don't know that they're gonna have to. When someone do something negative to someone else without consciousness, the karma is less. But when somebody is doing something negative to some, there's still karma. But when the intention is wrong and we know we're gonna hurt someone by doing something wrong, then the karma becomes a lot bigger. And at the end of our life, we have to face the whole responsibility. We'll experience everything that everybody has experienced through the result of our action, since we are one. And so it is important to become responsible and to forgive ourselves for whatever mistakes and forgive others as well. Yet to create this power of the circle, to always move into this circle of life where we are completely independent and we can call on any energy, higher energy, to assist us to breathe in and to return to our center, to the heart, where only love's rule, and there is the whole universe of the Creator exists within the heart. So it is something quite magical. For life can come from the upper plane, from the higher dimensions, through the crown, or it can unfold from the heart. Those are the two connections we have to God, in many sense, the crown and the heart. Although life comes through every chakra, is meaningful, and every energy center, every cell, every atom is being integrated within this reality and is responding to the will of Source. So yes, we have to understand that as we ascend, we are not our consciousness transcend the physical body, and we'll be able to have magical powers such as shape-shifting, like the goddess Metis, or the gods of Hinduism that can take on many forms through the dance of life. So we're gonna gain a lot of energy, a lot of new energies that will be. Understanding as our DNA expands, we are able to open ourselves to all kinds of new potential, new powers, the powers of telekinesis. First, it's empathy, telepathy, levitation, teleportation. All those things will come aligned as we are ready for it. Is a great deal of newness in the program. For it, the first people that will manifest those things will show everybody else that they can do it as well. And it is not something that only the privileged few will have, but only when someone is ready to utilize those powers, not to harm anybody or to only serve the ego. Those powers are only to show everybody else that they have those powers to manifest. For there is the physical reality of the senses, and then there is the mental reality. The mental reality encompasses all kinds of things, everything that we project, our hopes, our fear, our dreams, everything. And then so it is a lot vaster. But and depending on our psychology, the emotion is. The emotion is the link between the physical and the intellectual. So we want to bring those in alignment. As we purify our thoughts, our emotions are becoming neutral. It means no emotion, or positive. They elevate us. And whenever there is something that needs to be released, just acknowledge negative emotion, give it a name, look at it, and then ask for it to be released. Because if we bear it, they will come back and they will not be released. So it's important to do that. Because there is always, as Hamlet would say, life is a story that is told by an idiot, because life is showing us something marvelous all the time. If we pay attention, life is showing the highest potential, the highest good. But then the ego is always like criticizing and putting like all kinds of mental process into the place. So what we read and what we write has to be synchronized into the highest good eventually, to let go of the ego. The earth herself is going through a great pole shift. Right now it is tilted, but it's gonna slowly go straight, and the poles will melt, and there is only extreme weather for a little while. But it's part of the process of the planet. It's a cosmic shift. It's not, man cannot do anything to prevent it. So we hope to do that in the most gentle way. Furthermore, men will realize, be conscious of who they are, that they have the divine power to align with their own inner self. The faster and the less painful the shift will need to be. Because the I Am Presence already is revealing to us the truth of our soul, our soul plan, for it is working as one. And sometimes life reflects us our imperfection, but if life reflects us our imperfection, it is just so that we become conscious, and that gives us the power to correct those imperfections in order to move into the alignment, and a place where we can be completely free and completely enjoy this new year of the pig that will be coming in January and February 5th will be the great beginning of the year. It will be the beginning of a new. It's something completely new. If you're ready, it's this new moon in Aquarius. For it's really a moon of breakthrough, the ability to connect large projects. For Aquarius is a collective sign, and can anchor into a very, very positive direction on a collective level. So it is important to learn to cooperate, to not to be afraid to try some things new, to connect to people, to do things. All the planets are going direct right now, so it's going to be also a year where we're going to put all our financial life in order. We're going to be able to have abundance, to move into the flow. And the only danger is not to be overwhelmed, because this abundance can be overwhelmed. So do not be just remain centered, remain balanced. Always seek to breathe and to anchor yourself, to make void within, to return to center, or to place yourself in a white circle whenever you need it. We are called to integrate the many parts of ourselves, to understand the unity consciousness, that we are whole, we are center, and we are becoming galactic humans. We all come from the galactic planes, or the celestial planes. We came here in service. We thought it was going to be an easy path, because from there everything seems easy. But then we integrated this physical body. We disconnected with this sphere of light, and so things became a lot harder. We became fearful, we became angry, we became disconnected, isolated, and it's like the path of Earth was very, very difficult. We understand why the Earth, because she cried out for help, and we all came from all kinds of planes in the galaxy and the universe, and even other universe responded to that call. And so now we're here. So we want to return to the merging of our higher self, so that I Am Presence can merge and create this fusion. For fusion between the I Am Presence and the soul is not common in a post-industrial society. We're still a very primitive society, yet anything's possible. And then as we ascend we jump, our consciousness may jump into the sphere of light, of lucidity. We reconnect to this immortal, timeless consciousness. Then the fusion will happen later, but already, if you're watching those videos, you are a master in the making. You are being prepared for your ascension. So do not diminish and never let anybody diminish the value of your being, or the significance of all those things that are happening within your life. For you are precious to the earth, you are precious to life, you are precious to God, you are precious to the ascension. Everybody that is in consciousness, that is aware, and that is willing to address their issue and move into a higher planes. It is really assisting the earth on a fundamental, essential level. So I hope this message was interesting for you. The message for us today is the 10 of Raphael, a life made of love and grace. A life made of love and grace. Harmonious family relationship. Searching for happiness. For happiness is a state of being. We want to make this happiness a state of being that is permanent, so we can share that. So So the painting behind me is a painting about the super universe of Orvonton. It's about a trillion inhabited world, that evolutive planet. Our planet is here. It's called Urantia. It's part of the third minor sector and the fifth major sector. The only thing that may not be finished or may be finished is the central Uversa, and maybe it still needs some touch. I'm not really sure yet, but everything else is completely finished. Painting, it took me many years to produce, but I think it found a good resolution. I'm going to sing a song it's a song in French. I wanted to sing it in the French video, but I couldn't find the words, so I sang an English video in the French video, and I'm going to sing a French song in the English video. The highest wisdom for us today is finance. To know finance is here. We're going to be rich. We're going to have enough finance to manifest all that we need. Money is just a tool. It is something that helps us create a way. It is not something to be attached or to. It has to flow. It has to flow in and out. It has to always be. We always have to have an abundance of money to attract that. For society has teach us, has set up systems in society that are completely counterintuitive in relationship to the flow, in relationship to the abundance, in relationship to the sharing of abundance and the psychology around abundance. So it is important this year, with this year of the pig, to disconnect all ideas of lack and replace it by an idea of abundance, for everything to come from an eternal source, and money as well. And if you have this eternal source within yourself, it is a matter of like, this source has everything, is capable of manifesting everything, all the abundance. So whenever there is money coming out, it is not something that creates a lack within you. It is something that is flowing out, that will flow back. And so it creates this psychology of understanding that life is a circle and everything flows eternally onwards. What we need to understand is the galactic, is our eternal nature as galactic, to reconnect to our galactic families. They're right here, they're very close. They're going to be coming very soon as we humans become more peaceful. For we could ascend as eternal being, we could snap out and disappear into the ether forever and be gone. It's like poof. But in essence, we have chosen to participate in this earth experience, and so now we're here, and so we integrated within this physical body, and we need to elevate our physical self so that it can. When this physical body has to be able to ascend, to become like a clear crystal, so our self become crystalline, to become like this beautiful crystal. And second, we don't want to go too fast, so we can take as many people with us as possible, because if we ascend and there is only a few 100,000 people that makes the ascension when the earth ascends, and then 8 billion people have to go, it would be catastrophic. So we want to bring with us as many souls as possible. So that's why we want to bring billions of people, even if not everybody will come. We want to give ourselves the time. So I have this great project that I know is coming together. My hour has come, and this it's going to greatly assist some global project that will greatly assist in connecting the dots, in helping as a humanity to recognize themselves as galactic and prepare this ascension, prepare all that. And my book will soon be published. I'm going to finish the English translation. It's finished in French. And all kinds of programs as well in technology, all kind of new ideas. Galactic technology will soon come. What we need to do is the Father, to become one with the I Am Presence, to become God, to become our source, to become one, to call on the Father. For God is our Father, our Mother, our Father. But so it is a source. It is becoming that. For I know that my mission is to reveal, to become that, to assist in that essence, and God will manifest through the many people that are ready to manifest this avatar body, to let go of the ego and to become their God self. For this is really what I came here to do, is to reveal God to humanity. For many years I didn't take this role too seriously. I was a bit too humble. I said, well, who am I to pretend that? But I know it is very serious. And those inner powers are confirming to me that, and soon the manifestation will follow. And so to become that love, to become that inclusive, to become that mercy, to become that service for love, mercy, and ministry are the three greatest attributes of God. For God is love, God is mercy, God is ministry, and God is spirit. So to return, to reconnect to that spirit self, and to become that, and then from there to align your human self and the outcome will be the great priest or priestess. For we had those incarnations as the great priest of the Atlara, in Atlantis. We were integrated within the knowledge. We had those plasmic bodies that were able we stay aligned, but we were like completely fluid, and we were just here in this manifested physical reality. It's just one tiny minuscule part of who we truly are, and so trust it's all happening. It is, let go, relax, and be in a receptive mode, and each and every day take the time to receive that grace, to receive energy through the breathing, through relaxing, through accepting yourself, and not to be in judgment, but to enjoy as much as possible. We're going to be moving into a time of celebration, of partying, it's going to be a great deal that will be, and life will become a lot easier this year and a lot more enjoyable. I'm going to finish with this song. It's a song about friendship. It's about this boat that is called the Friendship First, and so it's the only boat that never sank. And it's the story of this boat. For friendship is essential. We want to create friendship. We want to be friendly to all of life, to be friends to all people, as much as possible. It goes like this. Non, ce n'était pas le radeau de la Méduse, ce bateau, qu'on se le dise au fond des ports, Il naviguait en père peinard sur la grand-mare des canards et s'appelait les copains d'abord. Ces fluctuates nec mergiture, c'était pas de la littérature, n'en déplaise aux jeteurs de sorts. Son capitaine et ses matelots n'étaient pas des enfants de salauds, mais des amis franco de port, des copains d'abord. C'étaient pas des amis de luxe, des petits castors et pollux, des gens de Sodome et Gomorre. C'étaient pas des amis choisis par Montaigne la Boétie. Sur le ventre, ils se tapaient fort, les copains d'abord. C'étaient pas des anges non plus, l'évangile, ils l'avaient pas lu, mais ils s'aimaient, toute voile dehors. Jean-Pierre, Paul et compagnie, c'était leur seule litanie, leur credo, leur confiteor, aux copains d'abord. Au moindre coup de Trafalgar, c'est l'amitié qui prenait le quart, c'est elle qui leur montrait le nord. Et quand ils étaient en détresse, que leurs bras lançaient des SOS, on aurait dit les sémaphores, les copains d'abord. Au rendez-vous des bons copains, y avait pas souvent de lapin, quand l'un d'eux manquait à bord, c'est qu'il était mort. Oui, mais au jamais, au grand jamais, son trou dans l'eau ne s'est refermé, 100 ans après qu'aucun de sort il manquait encore. Des bateaux j'en ai pris beaucoup, mais le seul qui ait tenu le coup, qui n'est jamais viré de bord, mais viré de bord. Il naviguait en père peinard sur la grand-mare des canards et s'appelait les copains d'abord. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. I thank you for sticking till the end. I wish you a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Namaste.